It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Though it is highly overcast. And if I shut my mouth, you'll probably hear, yep, Elrod. And that's Spooky over by the oak. Elrod, what are you talking about, shakalaka? Well, as you can see, Elrod, and there comes Spooky, lanking along, my big old yard panther, with the collar that he's so attached to, he don't want to let me get it off him. Put a new one on, do you? Yep, got the kitty crew with me. Well, at least two of them. And of course we got our nice blue violet flowers here. I had a viewer finally tell me what these were. These, Spooky, yeah, they're arboretum. Yes, they are. And I looked it up after she was so kind to tell me. And she is exactly right. I want you to look here. Intermixed with it. You know what that is? Just in case you don't know. That's native, wild chamomile. Oh yeah, you know, for that chamomile tea. Y'all remember where that's at. You see all the possible blooms there? Already got two. I'll have to be picking them off, because we're going to be making some tea. So y'all pardon my appearance. Makeup lady is off today. So I am what I am. Of course, I'm always that way. You know, I come to you in the raw. You know, if I'm shaved, fine. If I'm not, fine. If I got my work clothes on from the day before, the day before, that's just the way it is. You know, I come from a time when, you know, came home from school, shucked off your school clothes, which you didn't wear the next day, but you put on your play clothes, which you'd most likely, unless they were just totally nasty, have all week. Oh my. Yep, it's that time of year again. Pecans are falling. Yeah, they are, Elrod. Could I get y'all to pick them up? Put them in a pile, maybe? What do you say, Spook? Can you do it? You're pretty good at finding them. Probably not. So what are we doing out here on the old property today? Well, it's fall time. Yeah. I think it's October 5th. Oh, 2021. We'll just throw that in there. So, you know, when no memory fades me, I might remember when I did this. But we're going to be looking at something that sometimes is often misunderstood, but is extremely beneficial. It's this time of year that you got to get her on out there. Depending on where you live. If you live up in the far north or northern states, you may have already missed it. But here in the deep south, oh, it's ready to start harvesting. And it's just packed full of beneficial qualities. So let me show you what we're looking at today. Okay? Now, there's some more wild chamomile right here. Ooh, we're going to have a lot of flowers. They're going to be small. Speedy. You checking out the chamomile? As you can see, Speedy knows the benefit and calming qualities of wild chamomile tea. But that's not what we're here for today. What we're here for is right here. You see all those beautiful golden yellow flowers. See all that? You see the majesty there? Oh yeah. And you might see, if you look closely, there's my bumble buddies right there, working those little tiny flowers, gathering up that there pollen. They are stealing it away from me. Yeah. So you might wonder what this is. Well, this, my friends and family, is goldenrod. Yeah, goldenrod. The bees love it. You can't beat the honey from it. Of course, it's hard to get honey from my little bumble buddies. And I don't mess with that. And there's several of them. So not only does it have a pile of health benefits for us old humans, it encourages and feeds your local wild pollinators. Like that little bumblebee there. No, he's rather large. Don't be afraid of him. If he stings you, it's because you messed with him too much. But he knows he's a star of YouTube right now, so he's cooperating. So yeah, this is goldenrod. You can tell it by the beautiful golden yellow flowers. But you can also tell it by the leaf structure. See how they're thin, center vein? Yeah. And then they alternate. You know, there's one there, then there's one on this side halfway up, then one on this side. You see how that works? So they're very easy to identify. But before we talk about the amazing health benefits and everything about these amazing goldenrod plants, let's go look at something that's often confused with goldenrod. Now you see this plant right here? Even though it ain't the best specimen, and there's its flowers, here's its leaves. Well, this, my friends and family, is known as ragweed. And every spring, throughout the summer and into fall, oh yeah, there'll be ragweed pollen alerts. Now, it may not be in your area. Of course, this grows all over North America, Central America, South America, and I'm not sure where else. This stuff really messes with people who have allergies, especially asthma and respiratory allergies. Why? Because its pollen is extremely small and has the ability to flow freely on the breezes and winds. Yeah, sure does. You see the difference in the leaves there? And it's because of that leaf structure that they are known as ragweed. These, once the flowers bloom and open, which these have yet to do, the pollen's carried on the air, and it's highly allergic to most people. Hence the reason for Zyrtec and all them other over-the-counter allergy medicines. And you can see I got a little bit here. I've done my best to try to eradicate it. And I wanted to do this video today, which is primarily about the great benefits of goldenrod. But I didn't want to do that without showing you ragweed, which is sometimes often confused with goldenrod. But see, these flowers will never turn that golden yellow color. So indeed, that is a way of telling for sure. Then, like I say, I think it's almost no way you can mistake the leaf structure. I just don't think there's a way. Here's some more of it right here. And this grows common too throughout all of North America. And I'm sure, and I didn't dig into it deep because I don't live all around the world, but it probably grows in most temperate growing regions, i.e. Europe, Central America, probably South America as well, or at least some type. Now this, you don't want to breathe. You don't want to make tea from. In fact, if it's on your property, it's a good thing for these flowers mature to rip it up, burn it up, or better yet, just compost. It'll be okay. Just my saying. And these are doomed. Me and the kitty crew will be yanking these out. If not today, tomorrow. But you can see right here, there's a goldenrod. And there's another friendly pollinator right there. Yep, and that's a wasp. And it went on off. I guess it's scared of old Mr. Tom. And like I say, it's quite easy to see the difference in the leaves. Oh yeah. So what do you want to harvest? What you really want, first of all, you want to clip off the tops of these golden flowers. Yeah, before they start to turn, like some of them are right here. See where they're starting to turn a little brown? So some of these are getting a little bit, not much, past the prime. But the leaves are also can be used. But it's these here pollen laden, amazing blossoms. They're what you want. Because if you've purchased any tea and looked at the ingredients and it shows goldenrod, you'll notice that golden yellow color of that tea. Oh yeah. So that's what we'll be doing after I quit running my jaws with y'all. But let's talk about some of the things that make this so good. Okay? And why you should be saving it too. So y'all, as you can see, we have actually harvested some of that amazing goldenrod. Oh yeah. See, look at it right there. In our little wicker bowl. Yeah. Now, like I said, what are the amazing health benefits of goldenrod? Well, number one, reducing inflammation. And what you might not know, in traditional medicine, goldenrod has been used to combat inflammation, which contributes to pain and swelling. And I might add, inflammation has been seen as the leading cause of almost every disease and illness and ailment that affects human beings. And it's also lowered inflammation associated with arthritis. Yeah. So if you got arthritis, which I used to have, fairly bad in my hands, and this can help. Is it a golden bullet? Like pain relievers? No. But it can help. And I do take it. And everything. But also some other things that it is quite potent and has been shown through studies and whatever. It helps with urinary tract issues and problems, especially in combating, and this is for the ladies that watch, vaginal yeast infections. Oh yeah. That means goldenrod can increase the effectiveness of antibiotics for urinary tract infections. Oh yeah. Now, they do say the herb should not be used alone just for that. But anyway, it has other uses. Weight control. Yeah, they've done studies. It says here, and I'll leave a link to what I'm reading you, and that test tube mouse research suggests that goldenrod may combat obesity by regulating genes that control fat synthesis and the size of fat cells. For this reason, the herb is used in some weight loss programs. Cancer prevention. And this is an important one. For anyone out there that, has worked in less than optimum conditions and been exposed to, cancer-causing agents. I'm one of those. And it says, they've done test tube research. Goldenrod extract may kill cancer cells. Additionally, a rat study reported that injections of goldenrod extract suppress the growth of prostate cancer tumors. Now that's real important to us menfolk, because I don't know how you get around it or how you prevent it, but ailments such as enlarged prostate and then corresponding prostate cancer affects a large portion of senior males. Heart health. Rats given goldenrod extract orally each day for 5 weeks before inducing heart damage. Now, they induced heart damage. Had a 34% lower levels of a blood marker for damage after a heart injury. Yeah. Anti-aging. They did another test tube study that found that goldenrod extract delayed the accumulation of old, poorly functioning skin cells. This may hold potential for deterring premature skin aging. Now, when I got that, some of you may too. But anyway, my whole point here is it reduces inflammation, which is a good thing. Yeah. It's anti-cancer and cancer fighting. That's a good thing. Promotes heart health, and then of course anti-aging properties. So there's not any reason to not be out there collecting and harvesting something that's free. It's probably on your property, and if it's not, it's going to be on an abandoned lot or on pretty much about every roadside here in the U.S., as well as any other temperate growing region. So you may wonder how you use this. Well, I use it by making a tea. And let me grab some kitchen shears here real quick, and I'll show you what I do. I just come on in here and I cut these little fronds off, okay? And this is what I use for the tea. And that, in fact, I think we'll make up some tea for me and you. It'll be quite refreshing, and it can't do us any harm. It can only do us good. So we'll set that one aside for now. See, you can't put the whole head in the kettle, but you can put these. Other things I'll say is you can freeze this just as it is now and take it out as needed. You can dehydrate it, though I would dehydrate it on your lowest temperature setting. Yep. And handle it gently so you don't disturb that wonderful pollen or lose any of the blossoms. Okay? So you can freeze it, you can dehydrate it, or you can spread it out on a sheet, what have you, parchment paper, wax paper on your dining room table, or wherever you can, and just let it dry naturally inside your abode, your house, like I will be doing. Or, as I also will be doing, I'll hang them up and tie them to the underside of the carport, and I'll place a brown paper shopping bag underneath them, tie that up around them too, and let them dry over the coming fall and winter months. Yeah. Now, what do you do after that? Well, then you can put them, you can chop them all up, downsize them, or you can throw them in a blender, food processor, whatever, and just cut them all up, grind them all up, put them in some Ziploc bags, and that, so they'll be protected, and then keep them in a cool, dark place. So there's no reason not to be enjoying goldenrod. And like I said, we're going to make some tea here in a minute. And if any of y'all would like any, I'll make some more. Okay? So let me get out my old tea maker. You might have seen it in the background if you've been watching my cooking videos. Okay? It's a multi-purpose cooking unit, especially if you were ever in college or been poor folk bachelor like me. So let's get to making some tea, okay? Now, whether you know it or not, right here I've got my multi-purpose cooker, and I'm going to be using that today, i.e. my coffee maker. It's just a little old cheap drip coffee maker. I use it for coffee, making tea, and you can see I've snipped off some of those goldenrod fronds there from the main heads. Got me a little bit of water here in my carafe, so come on. We're going to fill it on up. Oh, I left some coffee in there from this morning, so we're going to have to take that out, put us in a new filter. Even though a little added coffee probably wouldn't be too bad, but we're not going to do that. We're going to take it out. And I went and got me a brand new filter, just, you know, because that water, if you don't know how coffee maker works, it's going to come up in there because it's boiling, filter down through that coffee filter into that carafe. Now I'm not going to put this amazing goldenrod in the top. Nope. I'm going to take my carafe. And this is what my grandma said, great grandma. They always referred to it as live tea. They put the fronds of whatever, or dried herbs, right in their tea kettle. Of course, back then they had the one that went on the stove, you know. We're just going to stick them right on in there. As well as, we're going to take any of those leaves, they're good too, put them right in there. Yeah, you can use this fresh. Or like I say, use it frozen. My favorite way to keep it for later. And we're just going to place it under here. Yeah. And turn it on. It's just that simple. So now, you can see it clearly in my carafe. Okay? Got the new filter in there. Got it turned on. And it's starting to percolate. Yeah, I know it's not a French press, youngins. It'll be okay. In fact, I even still have a old stovetop percolator. But that'd be for another video. I just use it for camping now. But anyway, we'll let this here boil up its water, drip it down through that filter, pour it down, as you can clearly see, dripping down now, hopefully. And we will let it steep for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then we'll come back. We'll make us up an amazing cup of healthful joy of goldenrod tea. We will. So as you can see, it's dripped and it's filled the carafe. And you can see the goldenrod floating on top. Now I'm not sure whether you can see it or not, the golden yellow color. Yeah. It's going to be yummy. And all the more better for us. Okay? But just in case you can't see yellow color, let me see if I can put it behind the light, show you that golden yellow color, all the more better, because that's the important part. Okay? Woo! We got there in front of that there light on my stove, and you can see that golden yellow color. Yeah. Oh, don't look in that bowl. That's what's for supper. And yeah, for those of you who stopped by today, I'm going to be sharing that with you. Okay? It's just poor folk food, where we all live in deep south and beyond. But don't get no better than this. Look at this. So let's set this on down back here in the old coffee maker and get us a cup. Start making us up some wonderful tea. Now I got me a glass right here. No, well, not a glass, a mug, coffee mug, that a viewer sent me, Papa, for president. Honest, hard-working, and fun I am. We're just going to set her on down right there, okay? And we're going to take some of this amazing tea. We're just going to pour it on in there. Yeah, look at that. Steaming hot. All golden yellow. Try not to get that frond in there, but if it did, it'd be okay. Yeah, there'll probably be a little bit of stuff floating on in there. That's all the more better. And then what are we going to do? We're going to take some honey here. 100% honey. Yep, it's great value from Walmart. It's looking a little sad. It's the last I got. And I wish I had some local honey. You know, because that's best for allergies, but I don't. And we're going to just use that to sweeten it up. Now you could use sugar, stevia, and whatever you want to do. Now we're going to try to get this out of here. Yep, there it comes. It's trying to be difficult. We're going to put this in about, a teaspoon. Pop her on in there. And then we're just going to give it a quick stir. This is nice and hot. Woo! Rather tasty. Now we got to let it cool a little bit. Okay? Now, while that there tea is sitting there cooling in the cup, so I can taste test it. And like I said, we still got some left, so I can share that with you. And of course, got plenty of goldenrod left, so I could make up some more for all of you who decided to stop by today. And you may wonder, well, other than tea, how can I use it? We're going to talk about tea right now. And with the tea, and this is talking about dry, not fresh or frozen, 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried goldenrod per 1 cup of boiled water. And they say, you know, let it cover and sit for 10-15 minutes. I let mine sit for 20. But I'll tell you this, the longer you let it steep, all the more better it's going to be. Trust me, it won't. And you can also find this on places like Amazon and health stores and all kinds of places in a liquid extract. And they say right here, a half a milliliter to up to 2 milliliters, up to 3 times daily. Oh yeah. Of course, with the tea, they say drink 4 cups of it. And I mean, my little old coffee maker over there says 4 cup, but only makes, you know, 2 cups, which are giant compared to what we used to have back in the 50s. And then dry extract, which is basically what you're going to find in a dry powdered form in capsules, which is what I buy on Amazon.com. And that's 350 to 450 milligrams, up to 3 times daily. It makes it easy. You can pop one in your chomper at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If nothing more, it ain't gonna hurt, right? It can only help. But why buy it at Amazon if you can go out right now and get her for free? So here we are. We got her right there. She's been cooling off a while. Let's give it a taste test, okay? So y'all, pardon my experience, because, you know, I've been outdoors. You know, checking out property. The gardens and all that. Well, garden. Haven't got gardens going yet. And clipping and harvesting this here nice, amazing, fresh goldenrod for my tea. Yeah. So let's give it a little taste test after we put a teaspoon of honey in it. Sweeten things up. You know, all things in life are better when they're sweeter. Whoa. I don't know how to describe the flavor. It's got a flavor all of its own, but it's not bitter. It's not citrusy. It's just goldenrod. But with that teaspoon of honey, woo, doggy, this is good. Oh yeah. And I'll enjoy this cup of tea. Well, I get out the old crack pot, and I'm going to start whipping up what you might have spied over in that bowl on the stove. So my whole point to all of this is, do your own research and check with your doctor if you're on medications or have conditions, as always. But get on out there. Be harvesting from nature's medicine cabinet. You know, like the Bible says, God created all things for us to use. Would have been nice if we would have set down a specific plan that shows how to use every which one. But he did give us a brain, and he gave us everything to keep us right, healthy and happy. And I do believe one of those is goldenrod. Oh yeah. So I'm going to have to run along. I got cooking to do, or at least get her ready and let her cook on her own. So until I and Kitty Crew, which you saw out in the yard, Gracie, she's asleep somewhere, probably on the air conditioner. Sorry for that. You know, she's still a little bit tore up about she's not getting guild pay for being on YouTube. She's a character. In fact, she's still in the terrible twos for kiddies, may I add. See you on the next video. Y'all take care out there. Stay safe. Prepare as you must and you want. And may God bless you as you bless others. Goodbye for now. Whew. It's been a whole year since I had a nice large mug of fresh goldenrod tea. Whew. I can feel that goodness going all the way down. And that is tasty. And what it cost me? A little bit of time, a little bit of effort. Otherwise, it was slap free. Thank you, God. Thank you for providing. Oh, later on.